Hello, Nomad Sculpt and Morphin app. So animation. This video is about export, import, and how to rig simple, single objects. So let's start. So here's my cute character, and so the goal is to export this character to Morphin app and create a rig for this character. So this is the goal. And as I said, I start with zero experience. I give my best. So, okay. So we have to prepare the whole thing for the export. So I check everything what's here. So here I renamed everything. So let's check the eye, and also I renamed the morph targets here. So this is for the eyelid, so that it moves a little bit, and yeah. So the name is correct, and this. So then the next one is the pupil. So I check this. This is okay, and so yeah, and there's no layer. So here in the outliner, I select now the three objects and I join the objects. So now I get now two layers on one object here, and I check how to control everything. So it seems to work. So fine. So now I'm using the solo view and the face groups. So I check here the I check here the face groups, and I reset the face groups so that the joined object is only one face group. The next is I validate the mirror, and I use here as maybe uninstance, so that I get two separate lids, or not lids, so I have to rename the whole thing here. So I tap this one here and I rename it, and this is I. It's a left one, okay, and this one is I. This is the right one. So the group node, I think I delete it. Yes. Okay. So the next thing is, for this object, I check here so the gizmo is active, and I check here the matrix. So I bake the matrix for this object, and for the other object I bake also the matrix. So nice. So now we have two separate eyes, and we can control them. Okay, so I check the handle. I check the face group. Patch is okay. So the matrix, I bake the matrix. So now the last object is the lid. So this is, I rename it as lid. Okay. So I have to bake it and check face groups. Patch. Seems everything is okay. So here's a ground plate I don't need. So the next thing is the trash can itself. So I check the face groups. Then there's a layer, and I rename the layer as shout. Or I rename it as open mouth. Open mouth layer. So bake. Matrix is okay. So the next is Chongyu, and we have here a layer and face groups. Face groups are okay, and the matrix, I bake the matrix. So what's this here? This is an arm. So, and now validate, and for this I join the children. So yes. So the group node I don't need anymore. And so I select now the trash can and the arms, and I think I join them. And I check now the face groups and I reset them. And then the matrix seems okay. Baking, bake, bake. Ah, yes, okay, because it's in a folder. So maybe I delete the group node. So now I bake the matrix. So I check here again the baking. Okay, so I hope it works. So now I save the whole thing. And I export now visible objects and export. Trash can for rig. Okay. So let's go to Morphin app. So I create a new scene. And import, I enable the gestures. So then you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So trash can for rig. So I open this guy here. Okay. Yeah, it seems okay because no error message was there. Okay, so let's start and begin with the rig. So here I add a rig now. So this is the bone. So like this. And I'm using orthographic view, so this is better. So I think this position is okay. And now we need a second bone, so a connected bone like this here. So this is the bone for the lid. Something here like this. And then I select now the main bone and create the bone for the arms. Oops. Where is it? Ah, undo. We need this one. Rotation. Scaling only the purple ring. You see it here, it's only purple ring. Okay. I Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, then next bone. Check the position. So like this. And the last one for, sorry, I have to delete this one. So I select this one and we need this. Okay. I select now the upper bow for the arm. And here's the cloning option. Clone, hierarchy, X, and I clone it. So this is, the clone is the right arm. Okay. So I think the whole thing is okay. And now let's apply the lid to this bone here. So, and in the outliner, so we have here our trash can hierarchy. So, and you see here, there's the lid, the eye, the right eye, the left eye, and the handle. So when we start binding the meshes to the bone, so start with the last object here, not with the lid. So start with the handle. So select the handle. So the bone here is selected, and then bind. And here is weight all to current bone. So like this. And then here press bind. Okay. So let's test this. So nice. So the handle is bound to the bone. So now the next object. So sorry, the trackpad is not working here. So I have to use always the other thing here. So the lid. So now I'm selecting the eye, bind, bind. So the lid, the next eye, bind, bind. And then the last one is the lid itself, bind, bind. Okay, so let's test it. Everything works fine. This is nice. So the next thing is this bone here. So we need to bind the trash can to this thing. So, but there we need weights. So for this bone, I think I bind the tongu as a separate object. So the tongue. So where is it? So here's my trash can and here is my tongue. And then I press bind and bind it. So now we should have here our morph target. So this is the first problem, the morph target doesn't work. I don't know why, but this is the other problem. So let's check here the eye and see, yeah, here the morph target works. And yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah. And you see here, we made a mistake. So here, you see here, this eye, this pupil is wrong somehow. So I think there's something negative scaling or something, I'm not sure, but I think it's not correct. But yeah, maybe it's wrong or not. Okay, the next thing is we bind the rest here to the mesh here, I hope. So we need our trash can, and now we bind this checkbox off and auto weight on. Also, so let's press bind with auto weight. Okay, nothing works. Whew. The mesh is active here. Bind. auto weight. Now it worked. So auto weight worked. Okay, phew. This is really hard. So let's test the whole thing here. Yeah, it worked. So the lid works fine. So now for the arms. So at the left side here, you see here such a weight paint tool. So here you see the weight, and I think we have to change it. So this needs to be pure blue. Like this. So, and here is a apply button. So press apply, and then here you find the exit button. Press exit. So now let's see if the whole thing is okay. Okay. So here in the outliner, I'm hiding now the lid and the eyes and the handle. And now I'm looking for the weight paint tool. So I paint this here blue and also this. And then I press apply. So I think now it's okay. Maybe a little bit of smaller radius. So I'm not sure, I've never weight painted in my life. So let's apply it. And I check here the other bone. So so, and don't forget to apply and exit. So we can make it again visible. Okay, so I think our character, so it works. So let's test it. Here at the bottom there's a keyframe thing here. So I press keyframe. Let's see, is there a keyframe? No. Now there's a keyframe, this yellow bar here, and now I raise the arm a little bit, move the timeline, and I create a new keyframe. So yeah, it works. So I think the rig could work. So I create again a keyframe, and then I open the mouth, and I create a keyframe again. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think the rig is okay, and but we lost our morph targets. So for some parts. So I hope it helps a little bit. So have fun with animation, and yeah, see you next time. Ciao.